Hello, everyone, and welcome to TalkFlow English. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Elena. Today, we're going to talk about a very important topic, jobs. We'll cover interview questions, workplace English phrases, and everyday ways to talk about your work in English.
That's right. And before we begin, if you enjoy learning English with us, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this podcast with your friends. It helps us grow, and it helps more learners like you find us.
Yes, and don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us about your job or your dream job. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, so let's start with a big question. Why are jobs such an important topic in English?
Because almost everyone, at some point, will need to talk about work. Maybe you need to introduce yourself in an interview. Maybe you want to explain your job to a new friend. Or maybe you want to speak politely at work with your coworkers.
Exactly. English for jobs is real-life English. It's practical, and you will use it many times in your life. So let's begin with some basic vocabulary.
Good idea. Listeners, repeat after us. Job, work, office, company, boss, coworker, interview, resume.
Great. These are some of the first words you need to know. Now, let's practice using them in simple sentences.
I'll say a sentence, and you, the listener, can repeat after me. Ready? I have a job. I work in an office. I like my company. My boss is kind. I talk with my coworkers. I have a job interview. I send my resume.
Excellent practice. And Elena, maybe we can make a short, natural conversation with these words.
Sure, let's try.
Hi, Elena. Where do you work?
I work at a company.
Oh, nice. Do you like your job?
Yes, I like my job. My coworkers are friendly.
That's great. What do you do at your job?
I answer emails and talk with clients.
Perfect. That was a simple job conversation. Learners can use it when meeting someone new.
Yes, and notice how we use the question, where do you work? That's a very common question in English.
Right. And another one is, what do you do? This question is not about your hobbies. It usually means, what is your job?
Good point. So if someone asks, what do you do? You can answer, I'm a teacher, or I work in a bank, or I'm a driver.
Exactly. Let's give our listeners a little repeat after me practice with job titles. Say these with us. I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I'm a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm a shop assistant. I'm a driver. I'm an engineer. I'm a waiter.
Very nice. These are simple but powerful sentences. You can use them every day.
Yes, and you can also use I work in. For example, I work in education. I work in healthcare. I work in IT. I work in construction.
That's great. And if you don't have a job right now, you can say, I'm looking for a job, or I'm unemployed, or I'm a student.
Yes, and if you want to talk about your dream job, you can say, I want to be for example, I want to be a pilot. I want to be a designer. I want to be a chef.
Okay, Marcus, let's give them a little role play. I'll be a new friend, and you can introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, my name is Marcus. I'm a teacher. I work in a school.
Hi, Marcus. Nice to meet you. I'm Elena. I'm a nurse. I work in a hospital.
Nice to meet you too. Do you like your job?
Yes, I do. I like helping people.
Perfect. That's a short but very real example of how you can talk about jobs in English.
And listeners, you can practice this at home. Say your name, your job, and where you work. For example, I'm Anna. I'm a designer. I work in an office.
Great practice. Remember, speaking out loud is very important. Don't just read, actually say the words.
Yes, because the more you practice speaking, the more confident you will feel.
And that's why we're here, to help you feel confident and natural when speaking English.
So, in this episode, we'll move from basic job talk to interview practice, and then to workplace English phrases. Step by step, you'll learn useful sentences for real life.
Exactly. And in the next part, we'll go deeper into job interview questions like, tell me about yourself, and why do you want this job?
Those are very important, and we'll practice them together.
So, Elena, one of the most common interview questions is, can you tell me about yourself? It sounds simple, but many people feel nervous answering it.
That's right. The trick is to give a short introduction that connects to the job. For example, instead of just saying, my name is Elena, I'm from Spain, you can add something about your work or skills.
Let's give a few examples for practice. Imagine the job is in a shop. You could say, my name is Anna. I live in London. I worked in a clothing shop for 2 years. I enjoy helping customers, and I'm friendly.
That's a nice, simple answer. If the job is in an office, you could say, my name is John. I studied business. I worked as an assistant for 1 year. I am organized, and I like working with a team.
Notice the structure: name, short background, experience, and 1 or 2 positive qualities. This makes the answer clear and professional.
Let's practice together. I'll say a line, and you can repeat after me. Ready? I am hardworking.
I am friendly.
I am responsible.
I am a fast learner.
Great. Try adding one of these qualities when you introduce yourself.
Another big question is, why do you want this job? Many beginners answer only, because I need money. That's true, but it doesn't sound good in an interview.
Yes, it's better to connect your answer to the company or the skills you want to use. For example, I want this job because I like working with people and I enjoy helping customers. Or, I want this job because I want to grow my skills in sales.
Let's make more examples. If the job is in a restaurant, you could say, I want this job because I like working in a team and I enjoy cooking and serving food. If the job is in IT support, you might say, I want this job because I like solving problems and I want to learn more about technology.
Listeners, let's practice some full sentences together. Repeat after me. I want this job because I enjoy working with people.
I want this job because I want to learn new skills.
I want this job because I am interested in your company.
I want this job because I am motivated and ready to work hard.
Excellent. Now let's talk about a question that many people find difficult. What are your strengths?
Yes, this is where you talk about your good qualities. Some easy examples. I am punctual. I am reliable. I am a good communicator. I work well in a team.
Repeat with us. I am punctual.
I am reliable.
I am a good communicator.
I work well in a team.
You don't need to list many strengths. Choose 1 or 2 that match the job. For example, if you apply for a job as a nurse, you could say, I am caring and I am patient.
If you apply for a job as a teacher, you might say, I am organized and I can explain things clearly. If you apply for a job as a driver, you might say, I am careful and I know the city well.
Now, the opposite question. What are your weaknesses? This is tricky. You don't want to say something very negative, but you also don't want to say, I have no weaknesses.
A good strategy is to choose something small and then show how you are improving it. For example, sometimes I am a little shy, but I practice speaking more with new people.
Or you can say, I don't have much experience, but I am a fast learner.
Let's give a few more examples for practice. I sometimes speak too quickly, but I am learning to slow down. I can feel nervous in presentations, but I practice to get better. I am still improving my English, but I study every day.
That last one is very useful for English learners. You can be honest, but show you are working to improve.
Exactly. And remember, interviewers don't expect perfect answers. They just want to see that you're self-aware and motivated.
Let's do a role play, Marcus. I'll be the interviewer and you be the candidate.
Okay, ready.
Can you tell me about yourself?
My name is Marcus. I live in London. I studied computer science. I worked as a support assistant for 1 year. I enjoy solving problems and working in a team.
Good answer. Next, why do you want this job?
I want this job because I am interested in technology and I want to grow my skills in IT support.
Excellent. What are your strengths?
I am patient and I can explain things clearly to people.
And what are your weaknesses?
Sometimes I feel nervous in presentations, but I practice to improve my confidence.
Very nice. Did you notice, listeners? Marcus kept his answers short, clear, and positive. That's what you should aim for, too.
Listeners, now it's your turn. Imagine you are in an interview. Answer the question, can you tell me about yourself? Take a moment and speak out loud.
Great. Now answer. Why do you want this job? Say it out loud, even if you are alone.
And now try, what are your strengths?
And finally, what are your weaknesses?
Fantastic practice. The more you say these answers out loud, the more natural they will sound in a real interview.
Now that we've practiced some of the most common interview questions, let's move forward. Another very typical question is, can you tell me about your previous job? Or what experience do you have?
Yes, this question gives you a chance to show what you've done before. Even if you don't have a lot of experience, you can still talk about school, volunteer work, or skills from daily life.
Let's hear an example. If you worked in a cafe, you might say, in my last job, I worked as a waiter in a cafe. I served customers, cleaned tables, and worked with a team.
And if you worked in construction, you could say, I worked as a builder. I helped with painting, carrying materials, and keeping the place safe.
For beginners with no job experience, here's a useful sentence. I don't have much experience, but I am eager to learn. At school, I worked in groups, and I helped organize events.
That's excellent because it shows your attitude. Interviewers love to hear that you are motivated to learn.
Let's practice together. Repeat after me. In my last job, I worked as a waiter. I served customers. I worked in a team. I am eager to learn.
Good job. These short sentences are clear and easy to use in interviews.
Another interview area is about teamwork. Many companies want to know if you can work with others. They may ask, do you prefer to work alone or in a team?
A safe answer is to show flexibility. For example, I can work alone, but I also enjoy working in a team. Or, I like working in a team because we can help each other.
Let's practice repeating. I can work alone. I enjoy working in a team. I like helping others. I can adapt to different situations.
Great. And sometimes the interviewer may ask about a problem at work. Can you give an example of solving a problem?
Don't worry, you don't need a big story. Just a small example is fine. For example, once a customer was unhappy. I listened, I said sorry, and I helped fix the problem.
Or, one time we were very busy. I stayed calm and worked quickly to finish the task.
Simple examples like this show you can stay professional.
Let's role play again. I'll be the interviewer this time. Elena, you're the candidate. Ready?
Ready.
Can you tell me about your previous job?
Yes, in my last job, I worked in a clothing shop. I helped customers, organized products, and worked at the cashier.
Great. Do you prefer to work alone or in a team?
I enjoy working in a team because I can share ideas and help my colleagues.
Very nice. Can you give an example of solving a problem at work?
Once a customer could not find her size, I searched in the stockroom and I helped her find what she wanted. She was very happy.
Perfect answer. Short, clear, positive.
Listeners, now it's your turn. Answer this question. Can you tell me about your previous job? If you don't have experience, talk about school or a project. Say it out loud.
Good. Now answer, do you prefer to work alone or in a team?
And one more. Can you give an example of solving a problem at work?
Excellent practice.
Now, Marcus, let's move into workplace English phrases. These are useful after you get the job, not just in the interview.
Good idea. For example, when you start work, you might need to ask questions. Easy phrases are, can you show me, please? Can you repeat that? I don't understand. Can you explain again?
Yes, those are very practical. Listeners, repeat after me. Can you show me, please? Can you repeat that? I don't understand. Can you explain again?
Perfect. Using polite phrases shows respect and makes communication smooth.
Another workplace situation is when you need help. For example, could you help me, please? Can we work on this together? I'm not sure. What do you think?
Let's repeat them. Could you help me, please? Can we work on this together? I'm not sure. What do you think?
Very nice. And when you want to offer help, you can say, can I help you? Do you need help with that? Would you like me to do this?
These are friendly and professional. Repeat after me. Can I help you? Do you need help with that? Would you like me to do this?
Great job. These phrases make you sound confident at work, even if your English is simple.
Finally, let's practice polite ways to talk to your boss. I finished the task. Do you have another job for me? Can I take a short break?
Repeat with us. I finished the task. Do you have another job for me? Can I take a short break?
Fantastic. Now you are learning both interview English and workplace English. So, Elena, we've now talked about interview answers and some useful workplace phrases. But let's imagine the first day at a new job. That can be stressful, right?
Absolutely. On your first day, you often meet many new people, and you don't always understand everything. That's why it's important to learn simple introductions and polite questions.
For example, when you meet your boss, you can say, hello, nice to meet you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, and when you meet new colleagues, you can say, hi, I'm your name. I'm new here. What's your name?
Let's practice together. Repeat after me. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm happy to be here.
Hi, I'm your name. I'm new here. What's your name?
Very good. Simple sentences make a strong impression.
Now, sometimes you need to ask about the rules or the schedule. For example, what time does work start? What time is lunch? Where can I find the tools?
Let's repeat those. What time does work start? What time is lunch? Where can I find the tools?
Excellent. These are very practical questions for beginners.
Also, don't be shy to say if you don't understand something. You can use polite phrases like, sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again, please? Can you speak more slowly?
Good point. Many learners are afraid to say this, but it's normal. Even native speakers sometimes ask, sorry, can you repeat?
Let's practice. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again, please?
Can you speak more slowly?
Excellent. Now, let's talk about greetings and small talk at work. In many workplaces, people greet each other in the morning. You can say, good morning. How are you today? Did you have a good weekend?
And when you leave in the evening, you can say, goodbye. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Let's practice greetings together. Good morning. How are you today? See you tomorrow.
Nice. These little phrases build friendly connections at work.
Another situation is asking for permission. For example, you might need to leave early today. You can say, may I leave early today? Is it okay if I take a break now? Could I finish this tomorrow?
Let's repeat these. May I leave early today? Is it okay if I take a break now? Could I finish this tomorrow?
Great job. Now let's do a short role play. I'll be the new worker, and Elena will be the boss.
Perfect. Let's start.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Marcus. I'm happy to be here.
Welcome, Marcus. We're glad to have you. Let me show you your desk.
Thank you. What time does work start tomorrow?
We start at 9 a.m. Please be here 10 minutes earlier.
Sure. And where can I find the coffee machine?
It's in the break room next to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Very polite. That was a good example of a first-day conversation.
Now, listeners, it's your turn. Imagine you are starting a new job. Say these sentences out loud. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm happy to be here. What time does work start? Where can I find the break room?
Fantastic practice. And here's another workplace skill, giving updates. Sometimes your boss will ask, how is the project going? Or, have you finished the task?
You can answer, yes, I finished it. I'm still working on it. I need more time, but I will finish soon.
Let's practice repeating. Yes, I finished it. I'm still working on it. I need more time, but I will finish soon.
Excellent. Clear, simple, polite.
And sometimes you need to say if there is a problem. For example, there is a problem with the computer. The customer is waiting. I can't log in.
Let's repeat these. There is a problem with the computer. The customer is waiting. I can't log in.
Good. When you say problems clearly, people can help you.
Another thing, at work, people often thank each other. For example, thank you for your help. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Let's practice. Thank you for your help. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Simple gratitude goes a long way.
And sometimes you need to respond to thanks. You can say, you're welcome. No problem. Anytime.
Repeat after me. You're welcome. No problem. Anytime.
Great. Now we've practiced greetings, small talk, asking questions, giving updates, and showing gratitude.
All of these phrases will help you feel confident in a new workplace.
Marcus, another big part of work is meetings. Even short meetings can feel stressful if English isn't your first language.
Very true. But don't worry, because most meetings use very simple and repeated phrases. Let's go through some of them.
For example, when a meeting begins, the boss might say, let's get started. Thank you for coming. Today we will talk about...
And if you want to respond politely, you can say, okay, sounds good. I'm ready.
Let's practice. Repeat after me. Let's get started. Today we will talk about... I'm ready.
Excellent. During a meeting, people often share their opinions. A very useful phrase is, I think. For example, I think this idea is good.
Another one is, in my opinion. For example, in my opinion, we should start earlier.
Let's practice together. I think this idea is good. In my opinion, we should start earlier.
Good job. Now, sometimes you don't understand during a meeting. That's okay. You can say, sorry, what does that mean? Can you explain, please?
Repeat after us. Sorry, what does that mean? Can you explain, please?
Perfect. Asking questions shows you are paying attention.
Another important skill is agreeing and disagreeing politely. If you agree, you can say, I agree. That's right. Exactly.
And if you don't agree, you can say, I'm not sure about that. I see your point, but I have a different opinion.
Let's practice. I agree. That's right. I'm not sure about that. I see your point, but I have a different opinion.
Excellent. Very polite and professional.
Now let's move to phone calls at work. Many people find phone calls difficult because you can't see the person's face.
Exactly. That's why you need a few useful phrases ready. For example, when you answer the phone, you can say, "Hello, this is Jane. How can I help you?"
And if you call someone else, you can say, "Hello, may I speak to name? Hi, this is Marcus calling."
Let's practice repeating. "Hello, this is Jane. How can I help you?" "Hello, may I speak to—" "Hi, this is Marcus calling."
Great. Sometimes on the phone you don't hear clearly. You can ask, "Could you repeat that, please? Can you spell that, please? Can you speak more slowly?"
Very useful. Let's repeat. "Could you repeat that, please? Can you spell that, please? Can you speak more slowly?"
Perfect. And at the end of a phone call, you can say, "Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Goodbye."
Repeat after us. "Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Goodbye."
Wonderful. With just these phrases, you can handle most phone calls.
Now, let's talk about customer service. Many jobs include speaking with customers.
Yes. The most important thing is to be polite and friendly. Start with greetings. Good morning. How can I help you? Hello. What can I do for you today?
And when a customer tells you what they need, you can respond, "Of course. Sure, I can help with that. Let me check for you."
Let's repeat. Good morning. How can I help you? Sure, I can help with that. Let me check for you.
Excellent. Now, sometimes a customer is not happy. That can be difficult, but you can stay calm and polite. For example, you can say, "I'm sorry to hear that. I understand. Let me see what I can do. Thank you for your patience."
Very good. Let's repeat these polite phrases. I'm sorry to hear that. I understand. Let me see what I can do. Thank you for your patience.
Great job. Notice that we don't argue, we stay calm and professional.
Exactly. And when the problem is fixed, you can say, "Here you go. It's ready now. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
Repeat after us. "Here you go. It's ready now. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
Excellent. Now let's do a short role play. I will be the customer and Elena will be the worker.
Okay, let's try it.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
I ordered a package, but it hasn't arrived.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me check for you. Could you give me your order number?
Sure. It's 1234.
Thank you. I see the package will arrive tomorrow.
Great. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
Wonderful. That's how a polite customer service conversation sounds.
Listeners, now it's your turn. Imagine you are the worker. Say these sentences. Good morning. How can I help you today? I'm sorry to hear that. Let me check for you. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Great practice. These are the kinds of phrases that make you sound confident and professional at work.
Marcus, another important part of working in English is teamwork. Often you need to work with colleagues to finish tasks together.
Yes, and teamwork is much easier if you know a few simple English phrases. For example, when you start working together, you can say, "Let's work on this together. Can we share the tasks? I can help with that."
Let's repeat these phrases. Let's work on this together. Can we share the tasks? I can help with that.
Perfect. Now, sometimes your colleague gives you instructions you want to understand clearly. You can say, "Could you explain that again? Can you show me how to do it? I'm not sure I understand."
Repeat after us. Could you explain that again? Can you show me how to do it? I'm not sure I understand.
Excellent. Asking for clarification shows you care about doing a good job.
And when you want to give instructions, you can use simple, clear sentences. For example, please write your name here. Send the email to the manager. Check this report and let me know if it's correct.
Repeat after me. Please write your name here. Send the email to the manager. Check this report and let me know if it's correct.
Wonderful. Using clear sentences helps everyone understand each other.
Now, let's talk about asking for help. Sometimes tasks are difficult and it's okay to ask for support. You can say, "Can you help me with this? I need some help, please. Could you show me how to do this?"
Let's repeat these helpful phrases. Can you help me with this? I need some help, please. Could you show me how to do this?
Very polite and professional. And when you help someone, you can say, "Of course, I can help." "No problem, I'll show you." "Let's do it together."
Repeat after us. Of course I can help. No problem, I'll show you. Let's do it together.
Now, sometimes there are small disagreements in a team. It's important to stay polite. You can say, "I see your point, but maybe we can try it this way. What if we do it differently?"
Repeat after us. I see your point, but maybe we can try it this way. What if we do it differently?
Very good. Staying calm and polite keeps the team happy.
Another useful situation is when a colleague asks for your opinion. You can say, I think it's a good idea. I like your idea. I'm not sure. Let's discuss.
Repeat after me. I think it's a good idea. I like your idea. I'm not sure. Let's discuss.
Great. Now let's practice a short teamwork conversation. I'll be Maria, your colleague, and you'll be Paul.
Okay, let's try.
Hi, Paul. Can you help me with this report?
Sure, I can help. What do you need me to do?
Can you check the numbers and make sure they are correct?
Of course, I'll check them now.
Thank you. And after that, can you send it to the manager?
No problem. I'll send it after I check.
Perfect. Let's finish it together.
Great. Teamwork makes it easy.
Listeners, now it's your turn. Practice these sentences with a friend or speak them out loud. Can you help me with this? Of course I can help. Let's work on this together. Could you explain that again?
Remember, teamwork is not just about doing tasks. It's about communication, asking questions, helping each other, and being polite.
Exactly, and small phrases like these will make your work in English much smoother and less stressful.
Yes, practice these every day, and soon you will feel more confident in meetings, phone calls, customer service, and teamwork.
That's the key, using English naturally in small daily situations at work. Little by little, it becomes easy.
And always remember, don't worry about mistakes. Your colleagues will understand you, and you will improve each day.
That's right. Confidence and consistency are the most important parts.
Great. I think listeners now have a lot of practical phrases to use for teamwork and asking for clarification.
Yes, Marcus, keep practicing and you'll see great results. Marcus, now that we've talked about teamwork and asking for help at work, let's move to another big topic, job interviews. Many people who learn English want to know how to answer interview questions with confidence.
That's true. Interviews can feel stressful, but if you learn some simple phrases, you will feel more ready. Let's start with a very common first question. Can you tell me about yourself?
A simple way to answer is with your name, where you are from, and something about your experience. For example, my name is Paul. I'm from Mexico. I worked as a teacher for 5 years.
Let's repeat. My name is Paul. I'm from Mexico. I worked as a teacher for 5 years.
Perfect. Short, clear, and easy to understand.
Another very common question is, why do you want this job?
You can answer politely. For example, I want this job because I like working with people. I want this job because I have experience in this field. I want this job because I want to learn and grow.
Repeat after me. I want this job because I like working with people. I want this job because I have experience in this field. I want this job because I want to learn and grow.
Excellent. Now, another question you may hear is, what are your strengths?
You can answer with simple skills or qualities. For example, I am hardworking. I am a good team player. I am always on time.
Repeat these answers. I am hardworking. I am a good team player. I am always on time.
Very good. And sometimes the interviewer may ask, what are your weaknesses?
This is a little tricky. You want to be honest, but also show that you try to improve. For example, my weakness is that I sometimes speak too fast, but I am learning to slow down. My weakness is that I am shy, but I am working on my confidence. My weakness is that I want everything perfect, but I am learning to be more flexible.
Let's repeat. My weakness is that I sometimes speak too fast, but I am learning to slow down. My weakness is that I am shy, but I am working on my confidence. My weakness is that I want everything perfect, but I am learning to be more flexible.
Very polite and balanced. You show honesty, but also improvement.
Another very common interview question is, why should we hire you?
You can say, you should hire me because I work hard. You should hire me because I have the skills for this job. You should hire me because I am a fast learner.
Repeat after me. You should hire me because I work hard. You should hire me because I have the skills for this job. You should hire me because I am a fast learner.
Perfect. Short, clear, and strong.
And remember, at the end of an interview, the interviewer may ask, do you have any questions for us?
This is your chance to show interest. You can say, yes, what is a normal workday like in this company? Yes, how does the team work together? Yes, what opportunities are there for growth?
Repeat. Yes, what is a normal workday like in this company? Yes, how does the team work together? Yes, what opportunities are there for growth?
Excellent. Asking questions shows you are serious about the job.
Let's practice a short interview together. I'll be the interviewer, and you'll be the candidate.
Okay, let's try.
Good morning. Can you tell me about yourself?
My name is Elena. I'm from Spain. I worked in customer service for 3 years.
Why do you want this job?
I want this job because I like working with people and helping customers.
What are your strengths?
I am friendly, hardworking, and I always arrive on time.
And what is your weakness?
Sometimes I get nervous when I speak in English, but I am practicing every day to improve.
Very good. Why should we hire you?
You should hire me because I have the skills, I am motivated, and I want to grow in this company.
Excellent answer. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes. What opportunities are there for training and growth in this company?
That's great. Thank you, Elena.
Thank you very much.
See, even a simple role play can help you feel more comfortable.
Exactly. Listeners, practice these questions and answers at home. Say them out loud or record yourself. The more you practice, the more natural they will feel.
And remember, interviews are not only about perfect English. They're about showing your personality, your motivation, and your confidence.
Yes, a smile and polite answers are often more powerful than big, complicated words.
That's true. Keep it simple, keep it positive, and practice often.
Marcus, now that we've practiced interviews, let's imagine our listeners got the job. Congratulations, you're hired. Now comes the next challenge, speaking English every day at work.
Yes, and communication at work can feel different. You may need to talk in meetings, write emails, or make polite requests. Let's practice some easy phrases for these situations.
Let's start with meetings. In a meeting, you might want to share your opinion. A simple phrase is, I think, or in my opinion.
For example, I think this project is a good idea. In my opinion, we need more time.
Let's repeat. I think this project is a good idea. In my opinion, we need more time.
Great. And if you want to agree politely, you can say, I agree. That's true. You're right.
Repeat. I agree. That's true. You're right.
And sometimes you don't agree. You can be polite and say, I see your point, but I think differently. I'm not sure I agree. Maybe we can try another idea.
Let's practice. I see your point, but I think differently. I'm not sure I agree. Maybe we can try another idea.
Excellent. Now, what if you don't understand something in a meeting? It's important to ask for clarification. You can say, Sorry, can you explain that again? Can you please repeat that? I didn't understand. Could you say it another way?
Repeat with us. Sorry, can you explain that again? Can you please repeat that? I didn't understand. Could you say it another way?
Perfect. Now, let's move to emails. Writing emails at work can feel formal, but you only need a few simple phrases.
At the beginning of an email, you can say, Dear Mr. Smith, or Dear Anna. If it's more casual, you can start with hello or hi.
And for the body of the email, use clear, short sentences. For example, I am writing to ask about the meeting tomorrow. Thank you for your help. Please let me know if you have questions.
Repeat. I am writing to ask about the meeting tomorrow. Thank you for your help. Please let me know if you have questions.
At the end of the email, you can write, Best regards, kind regards, or simply, thank you.
Let's repeat these closings. Best regards. Kind regards. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now let's practice polite requests at work. For example, if you need help, you can say, Could you please help me with this? Would you mind explaining this to me? Can you show me how to do this?
Repeat after us. Could you please help me with this? Would you mind explaining this to me? Can you show me how to do this?
Very polite and useful. And if you want to make a suggestion to your boss or coworker, you can say, Maybe we can. Shall we try? How about we?
For example, maybe we can finish this tomorrow. Shall we try a new method? How about we ask the customer?
Let's repeat. Maybe we can finish this tomorrow. Shall we try a new method? How about we ask the customer?
Great. Now, another important part of workplace English is small talk, casual conversation with coworkers.
Yes. Before or after work, people often ask about the weekend, the weather, or hobbies. For example, how was your weekend? Did you see the game yesterday? It's a nice day today, isn't it?
Repeat. How was your weekend? Did you see the game yesterday? It's a nice day today, isn't it?
And you can answer simply, My weekend was good, thank you. Yes, I watched the game. It was exciting. Yes, it's a beautiful day.
Repeat. My weekend was good, thank you. Yes, I watched the game. It was exciting. Yes, it's a beautiful day.
Small talk may feel unimportant, but it helps build friendly relationships at work.
Exactly. When you make small talk, people see you as open and kind. Even short phrases make a big difference.
So, listeners, practice these meeting phrases, email phrases, polite requests, and small talk. Use them slowly and clearly.
And don't worry about mistakes. Your coworkers will understand your learning, and they will often appreciate your effort.
That's right. Confidence grows with practice. The more you use these phrases, the easier they become.
Marcus, we've talked about interviews, meetings, emails, and small talk, but work is not just about daily communication. It's also about growing in your career.
Yes, and growth means learning new skills, asking for feedback, and planning for the future. Let's give our listeners some helpful English phrases for these situations.
Good idea. Let's start with feedback. At work, it's important to know if you're doing a good job. You can politely ask, "Could you give me some feedback on my work? Is there anything I can improve? I'd like to know how I can do better."
Let's repeat together. Could you give me some feedback on my work? Is there anything I can improve? I'd like to know how I can do better.
These phrases show that you are open, professional, and willing to grow. Bosses like that.
Absolutely. And when you receive feedback, you can respond politely. For example, "Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate your advice. I will work on that."
Repeat after us. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate your advice. I will work on that.
Excellent. Now let's talk about learning new skills. At work, you may want to take a course, join a training, or simply ask questions. You can say, "I'd like to learn more about this. Could you teach me how this works? I want to improve my skills in this area."
Let's practice. I'd like to learn more about this. Could you teach me how this works? I want to improve my skills in this area.
Very good. And when you want to show interest in professional growth, you can say, "I'm interested in learning new responsibilities. I'd like to take on more challenges. I want to develop my career here."
Repeat with us. I'm interested in learning new responsibilities. I'd like to take on more challenges. I want to develop my career here.
Now let's move to career dreams. Sometimes, in a job interview or at work, people ask, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" That question can feel difficult.
Yes, but you don't need a perfect answer. You can say something positive and simple, like, "In 5 years, I hope to grow in this company. I'd like to have more responsibility in the future. My goal is to keep learning and improving."
Let's repeat. In 5 years, I hope to grow in this company. I'd like to have more responsibility in the future. My goal is to keep learning and improving.
Beautiful answers. They show motivation without being too complicated.
Another useful phrase is, "I enjoy my work now, and I want to build my skills for the future."
Let's repeat. I enjoy my work now, and I want to build my skills for the future.
Excellent. Now, sometimes we need to talk about teamwork and leadership. Even beginners can say simple things like, "I like working in a team. I enjoy helping others. I want to be a good leader."
Repeat after us. I like working in a team. I enjoy helping others. I want to be a good leader.
Perfect. These small sentences sound professional and confident.
Yes, and confidence is very important in career conversations. Even if your English is not perfect, speaking with confidence makes a big impression.
Exactly. You can practice confidence by speaking slowly, smiling, and making eye contact. Even simple English sounds powerful when spoken clearly.
And remember, growing in your career is a journey. You don't have to know everything today. Just like learning English, it's step by step.
That's a great point. Every day at work can be a chance to learn something new. You just need to be curious and willing to try.
So, listeners, ask for feedback, learn new skills, and talk about your goals. These small steps will help you build a strong and successful career.
And don't forget, your English learning is part of your professional growth, too. Every phrase you practice here can help you in the workplace.
Exactly. By practicing, you are not only learning a language, but also preparing for future opportunities.
Elena, we've talked about growth and learning at work, but we know that not every day is easy. Work can sometimes be stressful.
Yes, stress is normal. Deadlines, busy schedules, or big projects can make us feel tired, but we can also learn English phrases to manage these situations politely.
Great idea. For example, when you feel stressed, you can say, "I have a lot on my plate right now. I'm working under pressure. This week is very busy for me."
Let's practice together. I have a lot on my plate right now. I'm working under pressure. This week is very busy for me.
These sentences are useful when you want to explain your situation without sounding negative.
Exactly. And if you need help, you can politely ask, "Could you help me with this task? Would you mind supporting me on this project? I'd appreciate your assistance."
Repeat with us. Could you help me with this task? Would you mind supporting me on this project? I'd appreciate your assistance.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about misunderstandings. Sometimes at work, we don't understand instructions or details. Instead of staying quiet, it's better to ask.
Yes, you can say, could you explain that again, please? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat that in another way?
Let's repeat. Could you explain that again, please? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat that in another way?
These phrases are polite and show that you care about doing your job correctly.
That's true. And sometimes there may be a disagreement or conflict, maybe with a coworker or a customer. It's important to stay calm and polite.
Exactly. Instead of saying, you were wrong, you can say, I see your point, but I have a different opinion. Let's find a solution together. Can we talk about this calmly?
Let's practice. I see your point, but I have a different opinion. Let's find a solution together. Can we talk about this calmly?
These phrases reduce tension and help solve problems without fighting.
And when you make a mistake, which everyone does, you can simply say, "I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Thank you for pointing it out. I will fix it immediately."
Repeat after us. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Thank you for pointing it out. I will fix it immediately.
Beautiful. Admitting mistakes politely builds trust at work.
Yes, and if someone apologizes to you, you can answer kindly. That's okay, don't worry. Thank you for correcting it. Let's move forward.
Let's repeat. That's okay, don't worry. Thank you for correcting it. Let's move forward.
Excellent. Now, another challenge at work is stress from time management. Sometimes you may need more time to finish a task. You can say, could I have an extension on this deadline? I need a little more time to complete this. Would it be possible to finish this tomorrow?
Repeat with us. Could I have an extension on this deadline? I need a little more time to complete this. Would it be possible to finish this tomorrow?
These are polite ways to ask without sounding lazy.
Exactly. And sometimes you may want to politely say no when your schedule is full. You can say, I'd love to help, but I'm at capacity right now. Unfortunately, I can't take on more at the moment. Could we reschedule this task for later?
Let's repeat. I'd love to help, but I'm at capacity right now. Unfortunately, I can't take on more at the moment. Could we reschedule this task for later?
Very good. This shows respect for yourself and others.
Another challenge at work is stress from communication styles. Some people speak very fast or they use difficult words. You can politely say, could you please speak more slowly? Can you explain that in simple terms? I'm still learning. Could you repeat that?
Repeat after us. Could you please speak more slowly? Can you explain that in simple terms? I'm still learning. Could you repeat that?
These sentences help you feel confident, even if you don't understand everything.
And remember, staying calm is the most important skill in any difficult situation. Even with simple English, a calm tone can solve many problems.
Yes, polite English is powerful English.
Exactly. Whether it's stress, mistakes, or misunderstandings, polite words create a positive atmosphere at work.
And practicing these phrases will prepare you for real-life challenges in the workplace. Elena, I think one of the most important skills in any job is knowing how to solve problems.
What do you think?
I completely agree, Marcus. Employers really value problem solving. If you can stay calm and think clearly when something unexpected happens, it shows that you're reliable.
Exactly. For example, imagine you're at work and a customer is upset. You don't panic. Instead, you say, I understand. Let me see how I can help you. This shows empathy and professionalism.
Yes, that's a great phrase. And in many interviews, employers ask questions like, tell me about a time when you solved a problem at work. It's good to have a simple story ready.
Right. For beginners, you can prepare a short answer with 3 parts: the problem, what you did, and the result. For example, at my old job, the printer stopped working. I checked the settings, restarted it, and it worked again. My team was happy because we could finish our work.
That's a clear and simple story. Another important skill in many jobs is teamwork. Employers often say, we're looking for a team player. That means they want someone who can work well with others.
Exactly. And here's a useful phrase. I enjoy working in a team and supporting others. It sounds professional and shows you're positive.
Yes, and you can give examples too. For instance, in my last job, I worked with 3 colleagues on a project. We shared ideas, helped each other, and finished on time. Even if it's a small experience, it's good to share.
That's right. Now, let's talk about another area, communication. Communication is key in every job. You need to be polite, clear, and respectful.
Absolutely. Let's practice some phrases you might use with coworkers. For example, could you help me with this task? Let's share our ideas. I think we should try a different approach.
Great phrases. And when you don't understand something, you can say, sorry, could you explain that again? Or, I'm not sure I understand. Can you give me an example? That shows you're interested and willing to learn.
Yes, and asking questions is not a weakness, it's a strength. It shows that you care about doing things correctly.
Another important point is time management. Employers love it when employees are on time and organized. In interviews, they might ask, how do you manage your time?
A simple answer could be, I make a list of tasks and finish the most important things first. Or I plan my day so I don't forget anything. Short, clear, and positive.
That's good. And if you've ever used a calendar, planner, or even your phone to stay organized, you can mention that.
Yes. Now let's talk about polite ways to handle mistakes at work. Everyone makes mistakes, but how you respond is what matters.
True. If you make a mistake, you can say, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Or, thank you for pointing that out. I'll fix it. These phrases show responsibility.
And if someone else makes a mistake, be gentle. You can say, maybe we can try another way, or let's fix this together. It keeps the conversation friendly.
That's great advice. Another workplace skill is flexibility. Sometimes things change quickly, and employers appreciate people who can adapt.
For example, if your manager asks, can you help with this new task? You can say, sure, I'll do my best. That's a positive attitude.
Yes, even if it's something new, showing willingness is powerful.
Let's also give some closing tips for interviews. If the interviewer asks, do you have any questions for us? It's good to ask 1 or 2.
Right. You can ask, can you tell me more about the team I'll be working with? Or, what does a normal day in this job look like? These questions show that you are interested.
Exactly. And at the very end, always say, thank you for your time. I'm excited about this opportunity.
Yes, that leaves a strong final impression.
So, Marcus, if we think about everything we've shared, learning workplace English is not just about vocabulary. It's about confidence, politeness, and practice.
That's true. The more learners practice these phrases in daily conversations, the more natural they'll feel in real job situations.
Right. So, to everyone listening, keep practicing, speak out loud, and use these phrases in your daily life. That's the best way to grow.
And remember, learning English is like building a career. Step by step, every small effort adds up. You're doing great.
Before we finish, we'd love to remind you, if this podcast helped you, please like the episode, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, because every new subscriber helps us bring you more free English practice, and your support keeps this community strong.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. Stay motivated, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next conversation.
Until then, good luck with your English and with your career journey. You've got this.